Welcome to Rendering Insights. In this video, we're going to be drawing another race helmet. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe down below. Okay, this is the helmet we're going to be drawing. We'll do the line work in Illustrator once again and then bring that into Photoshop and throw some color at it and build this little rendering in layers. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we are in Adobe Illustrator. The first thing we need to do is develop our line work. So you need to decide what you're going to use for your reference, whether you're going to sketch something out on your own or take a photograph of the helmet that you're going to be painting and scan that in, which is what we did in this case. So line work isn't perfect to the helmet, but it's close enough. Remember, the purpose of a drawing like this isn't to make it super fancy as much as it is to just figure out what graphics we're going to tape off when we do our paint job. Okay, so after we have that photo or whatever it is scanned in, we'll grab our pen tool in Illustrator over on the left and just line by line just copy what you see there. All right, the visor and everything. And after that, we need to figure out what graphics we're going to do. I had taken the pencil tool and kind of sketched out some things in another color to get a rough idea. And then once I had an idea what I wanted to do, then I grabbed that pen tool again and drew out my graphics. And this is what I came up with for this helmet. Nothing super elaborate, a couple bands around the crown and these sweeps back here. But there's going to be a lot of white showing through. This is a pretty basic paint job for a race helmet, but it gives us a good foundation to start with. So let's take this line work into Photoshop and play with some color. Okay, we have our line work here in Photoshop. Let's go ahead and make 3 copies of this layer. Over on the right, drag it down to that little plus sign and make 3 duplicate layers, and we'll just kind of play with those little by little. On that first one, we're going to go ahead and do a white fill. I know right now I have a white background, so it doesn't mean much. So I'm going to drop in this darker background so our white fill will show up. Okay, that just gives us a good foundation for color. Some of the base colors we're going to put in will cover up the white. Other ones we're going to use the white to show through for highlights. All right. On the next line layer, we'll open that up and we're going to start dropping in all of our base colors that we can do our little bit of shadows and a little bit of highlights on top of. This is what that looks like. Now again, on this drawing, the graphics aren't going to be super complicated and the rendering isn't going to be super tight, but it's going to give us just a general direction on where to tape off this paint job. All right. So in this case, there's going to be a lot of white showing, which is nice. We have room for a little bit of lettering or some stickers and some things, which you got to have on a race helmet, right? But this gives us our base colors, our black and our red, and then the base colors for our visor. And then on the next line layer, we will do a little bit of rendering, put a little bit of shadow and a little bit of highlight in here, at least give the little life to this drawing. Okay, so on the next line layer, we'll open that up and we'll start playing with some shadows. It doesn't take much to really make a difference. So on this layer, we'll go ahead and grab that magic wand tool on the left and select each panel, like this one on this visor here. We select this panel and it'll basically light up. We can take our black and real lightly with the paintbrush tool, brush in the black on the outside and a little bit through the center here, and then just grab some white real lightly and brush in some highlights. And again, if you don't like what you've got, you can delete it and it'll disappear and it won't hurt your layer. Select it again and go in there and just paint again until you get what you want. Same with this upper part of this visor in here, which we'll put some logos and some sponsor stuff up here. But darker colors here, and a little bit of highlight here just to show that there's some highlight running across the front of this helmet. And on this swivel point in here, this is what's so cool about Photoshop. You can get in here, select this ring, and just brush in a little black here, a little black there, brush in a little bit of white. Remember on the previous layer, we put this darker color in here. So you just come in here and just run your highlights and create some shapes in it. that way. Okay. So a lot of times when you start doing fills like this, the line work gets a little bit wonky in here. You can see this. So a lot of times I like to keep an extra line layer as a cover layer to drop on. So you put that on top after you do some of your fills and some shading, and it just cleans up your lines a little bit. But it's kind of fun in here. You know, you just grab that your brush tool and real lightly with some gray, just kind of play with some really light shadows, because these recesses aren't going to have much shadow in here, just a little detail. So just something to break that up so it doesn't look too flat. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and throw on some graphics on this helmet. We're going to put some stickers up on that visor. Okay. We're going to put the rider logo down here on the side. Got to take care of him. He's our hero in this. Okay, and a race number up front, number 17. And of course the brand. Got to take good care of them because they make a killer helmet. All right. There's a real basic, quick rendering on doing this race helmet. It's just nice because once you have your base line work, you can use it over and over again to play with some different graphic ideas. But what's great about Photoshop, you can play a little bit. You know, once you have these layers in place, and we know we're going to use some of this as white panels, we can make some of these show through. So let's say we made this panel in here, and some of these back here shown through. So we can put some crazy colors in the background and have those peek through just for fun. Yep, that's a little Psycho, and no, I haven't been using anything. All right. Here's another version. Let's say we played with some other crazy Psycho colors. All right, and then you can go super nuts. But it's just fun. You know, with Photoshop, you can do a lot of things. So there's a quick look on how to draw out our race helmet for a paint job. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful in any way, please check out our other videos available on Rendering Insights.